You're only allowed 2.
two.
One inside. That's 2.
I'm losing track of what we're saying. If they were the right size, it doesn't even, okay.
You still need a permit.
Right. But we can approve him for a 4 square foot, for
Correct.
2 4 square foot signs.
Off-site advertising is what this, off-site directional,
Yeah.
okay, is permitted only by your approval.
So the sign shown in the picture is too large, but he can have a smaller one.
But a smaller one with no, they don't have to come here for a small one.
No, he has to.
Yes, that's
The size is part of the regulation. The
Yeah.
actual regulation is having the sign off-site and not going through Department of State.
So why is this coming from the planning board, not just coming by your?
Special permit.
It needs a special permit.
Jeez. How does that sit with you, Mr. Rogers?
4 square foot sign?
4 square foot, what the decision is that 4 square feet is permitted, and yours comes to be,
And there's no way I can get the size I have approved?
you would have to go for a variance. At the zoning board. At the zoning board.
It's easier
So
to,
if
it's
you
easier to have
approve me
smaller
for a
signs.
smaller sign, I can still follow up and try and get my regular, the sign I have now approved?
Through the zoning board?
Yeah.
Well, we could approve you for a smaller one,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, then I
yeah,
have to go and make a new sign, 2 new signs.
yes.
So we deny it, then you can take it before the zoning board. And then the variance.
Why would you get a variance?
So,
Because it's bigger than the law allows.
but
Yeah, but I mean,
then
what,
you have to show a hardship.
yeah, well,
But the signs are already made. Is the hardship.
Well, the purpose is that his store is in Pine Hill on Main Street, and he wants to advertise that he's there on trade.
We're trying to expand the larger sign in Pine Hill to allow for more advertising.
Oh, the one at the other
The
end?
one at the other end to allow for more individual advertising for individual stores and/or businesses.
But that's still small. I mean, you can hardly do that. You gotta slow down.
I have a question to ask. Do we have to deny it for Mr. Rogers to go to the zoning board? If we were to okay the 4 square foot signs, 2 4 square, could he still apply for a variance to get it to be larger?
He's not applying for a 4 foot.
No, I know he's not, but the 4 square foot is allowed. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we were to say yes to 4 square feet, if he was to agree with that, could he pursue a larger sign with the ZBA? Or do we have to deny him to put him into the system for the ZBA?
Well, if he agreed to it, then it wouldn't be much sense of going to the zoning board.
but if he still wants the bigger sign,
Yeah, that's what I'm
At some
saying, he
point,
still
I-
wants the bigger sign.
can you go to the zoning board without a denied application? That's the question.
I don't know the answer to that.
Actually, what it comes down to is you approve the 4 square foot sign, he requests, because I still have to issue a sign permit, he requests a sign permit for 6 square foot. I deny the application, at which point then he applies to the zoning board for a variance. Still comes from my office, comes from the zoning end of it, in that you approved 4 square feet, he applied for 6 square feet. I deny it, he goes to zoning and says, I want to do this. Then zoning will go back to what was applied for, and like Don said, now we show the hardship and everything. Why does it have to be 6 square feet versus the approved 4 square feet? But the zoning makes that rule. Because anything that's supposed to go to the zoning board is supposed to come to me, and I'm supposed to say no.
Well, then he could always go and say that he already had the sign made and it was expensive, so he can't afford the next one.
You can present that case to the
That
zoning
could
board,
be a
absolutely.
hardship.
Absolutely. Show,
You tried.
but at this point, that's how that would work. That answers the question?
Yes, it did, thank you.
So if you want to go for, what is it, 4 square?
2 4 square foot signs
Are permitted.
are permitted with your approval.
We can approve that, but since it's not, we can't.
We can't approve what the application is asking for, because it's larger.
But you can approve 4
We
square foot.
can approve, yeah, because he could have no sign and it could be before us right now. and just be applying to have a sign. So we
What
can
you could,
approve
what you
of-
could have witnessed now was
Okay,
just a reference, a graphical reference to show you where the
Yes.
signs were going.
So if you agree to revise it to a 4 square foot, 2 4 square foot signs, that would be approved by us, but then you could go to the zoning board and keep the sign you had. If they deny it, at least you can,
Pull back and make a 4 square foot sign.
right. So, do you want to revise the application to a 2 4 square foot?
Well, that seems like the proper way to go. I don't have much choice. Then I'll be approved for 2 4 square foot signs.
Not stopping you from going to the zoning board and trying to get the signs you already have. But at least it saves you a step if they deny you, at least you.
Right, at least I have the 2 4 square foot in place.
Right, you won't have to come back to us.
So do I hear a motion to accept the revision on this application to?
I'll make a motion to allow for 2 4 square foot signs.
I'll
for Mr. Rogers.
So in that motion, are we accepting it then?
2 4 square foot signs, yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you're for the daycare center, right?
I am.
Okay. But let's go with, Dan Heller? Yep. Yeah. Let's see what's here, waiting. Then we'll cover that.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bring it up.
Okay, Dan? Okay, this is Dan Heller. Just introduce yourself and who you are. What is your-
Danielle Meyer, I'm here for the special permit for Lossing.
Oh, I think that.
How you guys want to use this? Can I see like this?
Go beyond you.
A little bit of a tiny copy in your, stay next to this.
I have a couple of additional copies for you.
Okay, explain to us what you're attempting to do here. and-
So basically, one would have put a bar in that location.
At a restaurant?
In a restaurant, correct.
So you're more or less going by the old layout?
For the most part, yeah, very little
Russ
change.
had,
I'm sorry?
that Russ had.
Yeah, yeah, very little changes are being made from the original design.
Well, Russ's was completely redone.
The
Let
bar
me put it
was
to you
there.
this way, there is nothing left in that
There's
space.
nothing left in there.
The space is a blank slate right now.
Yeah, there was, she had this, she had a bar on this side, and this was closed into the kitchen, you didn't see it. But it was smoking doors on the fire hat.
This,
But the original, this is, Russ was like this.
Yeah.
no, it also, this also reflects the basic layout of the smoking bars down to the location of the utility, the restrooms, the kitchen, and all.
Yes. She walked in forward, yeah.
They're adding an additional door to the rear to get their secondary egress through the capacity of the dining area.
What is this existing
Mechanical
mechanical?
room.
There's a mechanical room that's there, there's a water filtration and some
Oh,
other
okay.
things like that. so.
That is actually in the building next door. The tenant space next door, to the rear of the proposed daycare. Yes.
Have you gone over this already?
Seating for
You've seen it,
56.
seating and square footage and parking
I'm not
and.
sure the exact number.
Their architect has actually drawn these to the new codes,
Okay.
so we've already had a
Yeah,
conversation.
about
So
70
we went over
capacity, yeah.
number of bathrooms, the number of seats, and she's already discussed with him, you can't exceed a certain number of seating indoors and out, and then you have to increase the number of bathrooms. you got. So they are up to date with everything that, all new codes and regulations, so.
DEP is,
So everything that,
their jurisdiction.
That includes the deck area also?
Yeah, we're gonna talk to them about the capacity, what the capacity for the system is on site. The deck, portion of the deck will be seating, yes, but the deck needs to be redone anyway. So the only real changes outside of the building are the addition of the door to the rear, the cooler to the rear. And are you still proposing the roll-up glass door on the side?
Yes.
Where would that
If
be?
you're looking,
Over here?
Onto the deck.
here,
Oh, onto the deck.
onto the deck.
do you have a liquor license already?
Not yet.
The liquor authority usually wants to know that the use is permitted
Yeah.
by special or
I
otherwise.
was just wondering if you had an existing business that runs,
So you're gonna put a new deck on it?
Yes, the deck will be done. Before use, it will be done.
It looks very nice.
Is that to make the deck different, or is it just?
No, it just needs repair.
Not
Needs
really in
repair
good
work,
shape,
yeah.
yeah.
Snake
Yeah,
rubber.
structurally, there are parts of the deck that I'm not allowing people to use at this point.
I looked it up, permitted uses is special permit.
Bar not integral to a hotel.
And I guess Dan is going to give you a full site plan with a sign detail and things like that, lighting that it's going to have.
Yeah, you're still in your design stages for lighting.
Yes, correct.
We talked about that.
There
And
should be
signage
signage.
is going to be on the building. They hadn't discussed about signage in the,
Just out of curiosity, what will your hours and days be?
Most likely it's gonna be ideally 7 days a week, but it's gonna be regular dinner service from 5 to, I gotta find out how late I'm allowed to stay open, I'm not really sure yet, so once I find that out with the bar hours, I will.
But you're gonna be open 7 days?
Ideally in the beginning, we'll see what happens. People are coming, I'll be open.
So it's just dinner?
Yes, just that, correct.
actually, you should go up and talk to Michael at the diner. Because he has his bar up there. He might know the hours of operation.
Yeah, oh yeah, we'll check it,
And
sure.
I don't know that he's even open that anymore. Very limited, I think Saturday nights.
Probably all.
Yes, we're awake now.
Okay, you got our attention.
Yes.
Okay,
It's a
so,
good idea, but the night is not open today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
That's the idea, yeah.
Are you in the
According to,
restaurant business
I
then?
brought this up to her before she even applied. So. yeah.
so the special permit is required, that include the site plan? And our,
Well, the site plan, basically, it's already there. We're not changing parking, we're not changing the building.
change the lighting?
That, we had this discussion, and I don't think we came to a conclusion.
That's right,
Adding
inside or outside?
outside,
Outside.
outside.
I think we still have to do a site plan, it just becomes NA
Yeah.
if it's existing, right?
Site plan review,
Yeah.
I think I did that.
Yeah, you just gotta go down the checklist.
I did, it was NA.
That's
I did it earlier today. I just probably didn't make it through. Yeah, there's everything on there. The only thing basically that's changing on the site plan, and that's why we're proposing the pool behind the building, because aesthetically, Doesn't change any view from the road.
The lighting in the front is in that socket that's over that porch. The
Mhm.
lighting in the,
Well, the question will become if he wants to operate the deck past dusk.
oh, okay.
Because you do notice that there was lighting on the deck at some point, I don't know who put it in. There was on the perimeter there were.
Yes, the down face lighting.
Yeah, so it's all in considerable disrepair, and it'll probably be gone when the deck gets redone. So, you know, we'll have to look at what type of fixtures you're proposing, information being on that, because we're all
But you know,
proponents of
they
dark
all
sky,
have- They have to be dark, down face
down facing.
lights.
Does this require public hearing?
Special permit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it looks like everything's here, existing.
Just repurpose it, and in all honesty, it's the bar that triggers this. Because we put restaurants and everything else that's going in there. But the last restaurant was a permitted use. So that basically they didn't change anything.
Yeah.
But this one here, we got some modifications to it, we changed the bar, so
Yeah.
he wants everything above board. Get it out there so everybody knows. Makes sense.
Bob, you have input?
Yeah, I'd like to throw a little something in the game. They want to have a child care center right next door to that.
Yeah, I mean, I brought that up when they applied. And the state part didn't have a problem.
Maybe you should ask the people that are going to put a child care center in there, if they're going to have a problem putting that in, where they're going to have children next door to a bar.
Well, I think that Warren just said that he spoke to the applicants about that.
They did?
I also spoke to about there's something maybe at the other end of the building, but I haven't seen plans for it yet. So, no, I was forthcoming about everything going in that space.
Okay.
So, I made it above board.
What we'll do is, we can set it up for a public hearing, and we have a whole month to review it before the public hearing, so is there a motion to set this before the public hearing for next meeting?
So moved.
I'll say.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The public hearing, you want to continue on? Firehouse. Yeah.
Instead of putting this in the young lady,
What, you think the whole?
Okay, let's move to our second public hearing. This is a Grace Ann Lewis special permit, school for profit.
Grace actually had her sister-in-law passed away this morning in Brooklyn. So that's why I apologize for my lateness tonight. I'm here in her place. I'm Christina Davis. I'm her partner with Brooklyn Playhouse. And I did send them ahead, but I wanted to make sure you guys had the letters of support from Liz Potter at the Phoenicia Library and from Judith Singer. You have both of those? The one from Judith Singer that I'm guessing you guys don't know that.
I have to do this.
Oh, you have Judith? You don't? I do, I have both.
this is the stuff you put in. Thank you. Thank you.
Application committee.
in this, sorry? Oh, before.
From the meeting when she presented.
I have it here, Joanne, did you want to see something on it?
Okay.
I have it here if you want to see something.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here that came for this public hearing? All right. Well, seeing none, hopefully March is the, I will close the public hearing. Motion to,
So moved.
Second.
all those in favor? Aye. Kathy?
What would you like to do now?
Do you have any input on this application?
No.
Art?
No, I actually think that it's a good thing for the community.
And you are comfortable with what's going to happen on the other end of the building now?
Yes.
What are the hours of that? I don't remember.
For the actual daycare, it's generally like 8 to 5.
And his
Second piece.
request was 5 until.
But I do remember something about babysitting children after 5.
We said that we would offer aftercare,
Okay.
which would probably still only go till 6 at the latest. That's really more meant for parents, working parents that can't get their kids off the bus and stuff like that.
So 6 o'clock would probably be like the latest.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I could think of would be if we did like a date night, which is something we've talked about as being a possibility, but not something that we've committed ourselves to. But that would, again, still be something that we thought would be good for the community to be able to have an affordable date night for local people.
No, I do feel that way, but my concern now is what came up that now next door will be a bar.
Right,
Is it right next door?
it is.
Right
there's
next
there's
door.
no in here.
I mean, so that, I'm concerned from your end, not
Yes.
from the veteran end here. So,
That might be date night, please.
That's it. That did occur to me as well.
One-stop shopping.
There you go.
Help both businesses.
Okay, everybody.
Good?
I've got no further questions.
John?
No.
Your motion?
I make a motion.
Motion what?
I make a motion to approve the process,
Okay.
the advance process.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Should it be a roll call?
Now, if we all say aye.
That's it.
You want
No,
Do a roll call.
roll call next.
Yes.
Okay. Board Member Jordan? Aye. Board Member Christie?
Yes.
Board Member Powell?
Yes.
Board Member Remoto?
Yes.
Board Member Horn?
Yes.
Board Member Burrow?
Yes.
Here we go.
Thank you.
7:30 next week.
Yes, that's it.
Babysit you?
Somebody has to. Keep an eye on it.
Okay.
You're not gonna be around all of them.
Big Indian Firehouse lot line adjustment.
Charles Perez, Vice President of Big Indian Elevator Fire Company, Inc. I'm representing the fire company.
He only has one copy.
Give a brief overview why you want to do a lot like this.
Lot line adjustment, we had previously solicited a grant application, and we received a grant for remodeling, renovation, expansion of the current firehouse. If you look on the current survey, you'll see that the existing firehouse actually overlaps 2 lots. The fire department has been in possession of both of those lots for over 40 years. We would like to eliminate that line and make it one, actually, there's 3 separate parcels, and we would like to make it one parcel. And again, that's necessary to proceed with the grant application for the expansion.
This is the only, the front of the firehouse. This is the front of the firehouse.
The north side of the firehouse is on the lot line.
This is the firehouse.
Right. Right. This is the big lot next to it. They're gonna move this line.
They want to eliminate that one.
So, Chuck, am I correct in this, in what you're saying is that what you want to do is eliminate the 3 lots to 1 lot and keep the same outside meets and bounds?
Correct.
Right.
That's a simple-
All they're doing is eliminating the line in the middle.
Line.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And one of these lots is only 3, one purpose.
That's correct, and that's a little triangle in the back that isn't even connected other than at a point on the back,
Oh, I don't
on Route
have that,
28.
but
Yeah, but it's not usable for our purposes, but it's still deeded in our title.
Have to use it for signage or something, maybe. All right, so the only thing that we would need is this map to clearly show that this line is to be deleted.
That's if that's what you need, we can provide that at the next meeting.
And then have an acreage calculation so we know exactly what the new acreage is gonna be.
Okay. I think that on the application, I think it's filled out.
Okay. Yeah, they should be on the map, because this is what gets recorded. Is there anything else that?
Yeah, the application shows the 2 lots it's coming from, it doesn't show the new lots.
It's on the back of the page. Warren has it. It's only on the original.
Page 1 of 3 for short environmental assessment also shows you,
Right, yeah, I see that.
total acreage will be 0.58 acres.
Oh, yeah, it is on the map. But,
So it looks to me like if they simply
It's a simple,
revise this map to just delete that center line and consolidate these lots to make one.
well, I would dash that line and put a notation to be deleted.
right.
So, that's the only thing I can say. So then, we would need, well, you're gonna need 2 paper prints and a Mylar.
2 papers and a Mylar. Of the map.
Of the map,
That's,
the adjusted map.
that's for you to get it filed in the clerk's office,
Mhm.
once it's approved by the planning board. But then, planning board's gonna need 1 copy for the files.
We keep 1 copy, one signed copy.
So that makes 3.
Yeah, but I would get as many as you can, because you're gonna want,
Okay, but you need 3.
we need 1.
We need 1.
You need a Mylar and 2 paper prints for us to sign and get filed in the clerk's office.
Okay.
And the county